So, I mean, staying with the shadow, is there a action required on the part of the sadhak to understand there is, let us say, an anger, a pride, an ego, a lust? I mean, all the qualities, all of these. Um, is there an action that is required? I mean, is it like a tapas, that we would need to let go of an anger? Or is it that the awareness that the anger is there, the greed is there, the passion is there, over a period of time, will that awareness itself, reduce that shadow? I mean, what should a sadhak do when he or she realizes that there is, anger, there is, unnecessary pride in certain actions, that they're taking? What should be the role of the sadhak? How
Yeah,
do you let go?
yeah, beautiful question. Beautiful question. So actually, I'm now speaking from my experience. Being a struggler with my own demons for very long. You know, see what happens is that as you become more conscious, which is an indication that light is growing in you. Light and consciousness are the same thing, not two entities. In the Satchidananda schema that I explained last class, Sad is the light and Chid is the consciousness. So as Sad grows, consciousness grows. Now you can ask, how can Sad grow? Sad is the ever fulfilled Brahman. No, Sad is fulfilled in his dimension. But he starts to grow in me. That is why, Balarama was the elder brother, Krishna was the younger brother. Why? Because in chronology, Balarama will take birth first. Krishna cannot take birth randomly. Balarama, Bal, I'm answering Sandeep's question, strength, Rama, to move towards Rama, supreme truth. So with Balarama moves towards Rama, supreme truth. So what is his weapon? A hull, a plow, with which he plows it into the ground and furrows the ground. So wild beast-like mind, he cultivates and makes into a beautiful, field of crops. And not only that, he makes a canal from Yamuna to the city where they live. So he digs through the earth like Mahakali, Tamas, connects to Brahman, the source of water. Here, Brahman becomes life-giving waters. It's play with words, but every myth has the same meaning. So as light starts to rush towards, the place where they live, Krishna ultimately takes birth. Because when light grows beyond a certain threshold, Krishna takes birth in the consciousness, in the awareness. You become aware of the supreme light in your bosom somewhere. But Ramana always used to point out that, you are that, just do self-inquiry, just get in touch with that supreme light. Why you bother with all this nonsense? You see. But Ramana was a blessed soul. He had done his sadhana in the past births. We are not so blessed, so we have to strive. Okay, he could simply say like that. But no, we cannot simply say like that. No, you know what I'm saying? So a sadhak, now here for people who are fresh to this terminology, sadhak means someone who wants to wake up. So sadhak comes from the word sadhana. Sadhana means to tame. The horse को साधते हैं, मतलब horse is wild. We tame the horse and make it usable for our use. So like that mind is wild horse, we do the sadhana to tame it into a docile beast so that it obeys our commands and not take up us for a ride. Right? This anger and lust and pride and all that are basically the wildness of the mind. So as a sadhak, we are trying to tame the horse, the mind, into becoming a docile beast, useful for us, where it can give us happiness, not misery. There's a word, in Sanskrit called titiksha, which means ability to bear good pain. It's not only endurance. See, endurance may be to bear bad pain also. Or endurance may be to build yourself as a weightlifter or as a marathon runner. That is not what we are talking about. We are talking about the ability to bear the good pain, which is necessary to give birth to something grand and glorious. So we want to grapple with the anger or with the pride or with whatever, because we know that these energies are disturbing me of my happiness. They are taking away my happiness. I am an embodiment of divine. I am meant to be happy. That is my birthright. Sad Chid Ananda. Ananda is my nature. And these things rob me of my Ananda. They are like, tenants who have come to your house and now they have lived for so long that they don't want to leave your house. They say, you bloody fool, get lost. Where were you for last 50 years? We are living comfortably for 50 years. Now suddenly you are telling us that you go away. We will not go away. You go away. Growing in awareness is you are telling the tenant, "Ki, Baba, what you are doing is bad. Please leave. No, you are creating bad karma. Your future will be dark." Demons don't listen to that language. They will say, "What bloody fool you are talking? What future you are talking? This is the moment now, and I'm enjoying." What happens is that with awareness, you become aware of the root causes of your anger. I'm taking anger as an example. What causes your anger? What they call buttons, no? Your inner buttons. Now, someone presses your inner button, you become angry. Earlier, you were only angry, but not aware of the inner button, which someone pressed. For example, you are a perfectionist. Everything has happened perfectly. Now, someone does some work clumsily. You erupt in anger. But as you become aware of your inner button, that perfectionism, then what happens? Your anger takes a little bit of a pause. You don't erupt now. You still feel the anger, but you can hold it for a little bit longer and you need not erupt uncontrollably. So, initially, in your initial path of the sadhana, you express the anger because it's too strong for you. You have to express it. You express it in a more tempered manner, in a less violent manner, initially. Even though you are aware. As this process happens, you still know that I have succumbed to anger because I'm not strong enough. I'm not deep enough. Storms are brewing in a teacup. I'm a teacup of consciousness, so easily storms arise. But if I were to become an ocean of consciousness, that will be a ripple which you will not even notice. Not that ripples will not happen in an ocean, they will happen. But ocean, I mean, it's majestic and too grand, it won't disturb it. It will be becoming a play of waves on the surface of the mind. That is the state of Amma and Ramana and such people, Buddha and all. Not that anger has stopped arising in them. That can never happen. They're not dead creatures, right? Anger will arise because anger needs to arise at some moments. Why? Because world is not behaving perfectly. But that anger is sublimated, channelized in a very beautiful manner. And the way we express the anger is so beautiful that the person with whom we express anger changes forever. We are able to touch their heart through anger also. We become an alchemist. We first of all transform our base energy into gold of happiness, and then we start transforming other base metals into gold through our behavior, through our being, through our presence. Awareness is necessary, but there is a phase when the energy of anger is very strong. You have a wild horse and you want to erupt violently. So there you have to use the reins, no? You have to control. The will is required. You have to grit your teeth little bit and not erupt immediately. Now to that you create a pause before erupting. In that pause, you are able to creatively think how to express. So it is called respond, not react. To create that pause, willpower is needed, awareness not enough. So it is awareness plus will. Balarama is knowledge plus will. Krishna is awareness plus will. That is the difference between the two. Knowledge is a teacup gaining little bit knowledge. And awareness is the ocean itself. But before the teacup becomes the ocean, in the middle, the journey involves application of tremendous amount of will at all the stages. So it is called Shreyas versus Prayas. So you always know the Shreyas and you always know the Prayas. Erupting is Prayas because you enjoy that anger, right? Because you are powerful, right? You are powerful, hence you can erupt without any fear, right? But you know that that is not good for you and not good for everyone. So you control that. So you choose Shreyas using your will and intelligence and knowledge and slowly increasing awareness. So awareness is certainly very useful. And awareness is useful to even understand that these faculties exist in me. I mean, you know that will exists in you. But to know will as a faculty, what I'm trying to say, it's a very complex idea. Being the will and knowing the will and witnessing the will are three different things. Being the will is ego. Knowing the will is a waking up man. And witnessing the will is an enlightened man. So will also becomes a tool in your hand. Krishna is like that.